Breaking news, the founder and CEO of Safe Haven Baby Boxes went on TikTok to announce that a biological mother that surrendered through one of her baby boxes has been unalived due to an overdose. But her baby is alive and well, so hallelujah, right? Well, at least that's what some people are saying in the comments of Monica's TikTok post, because that's all that matters, right? The child. Let's forget that women and pregnant people in crisis are humans, are human beings deserving of love and care and compassion. And you know what? Honestly, I am freaking glad that people are saying the quiet part out loud. And while Monica is also an adoptee like myself, I find huge issue with the lack of support for birth mothers, other than some counselors that aren't suitably prepared, in my opinion, and many others, and like a packet of papers that is left in the baby box for them to take. I don't think that's enough. And typically, I'm very understanding that one woman, one person cannot, possibly prepare and protect all populations of people. I totally get that. But the problem is, when you look at her comments and see how people are being talked to and which comments are being supported, it is very telling here. Because you know what happens when someone disagrees with her or just simply mentions, like, hey, I wonder if abortion was allowed in her state. Like, I wonder if that woman, if she would have had a choice, then would she have had an option that wouldn't have led her here? I think it was very telling that Monica went off on that person in the comments about coming here with their pro-abortion agenda, because she asked a very important question here. If that pregnant person in crisis had access to other options, would she be there? So I think the option of Safe Haven Baby Boxes gives certain people a opportunity to make the right choice there. Not everybody is fit to be a parent. That's just an unfortunate reality of the world that we live in. I am not naive enough to say otherwise, but I think it's very ignorant of us to pretend that most of these pregnant women don't want their kids, when the reality is that a lot of women and pregnant people in crisis are in horribly abusive relationships, have had terrible childhoods, have had one abusive relationship after another, have been bought into sex trafficking, don't have support, and like that commenter said, are left with very limited options. So when these women are put between a rock and a hard place, what happens once that baby is placed? Who is supporting that mother with postpartum depression or psychosis or anxiety? Who's supporting that mother with food and housing? And I just think that we need to realize that Safe Haven Baby Boxes are a band-aid on a much larger systemic issue. And that if we really cared about babies and children and families, that we would all be working together to create long-term solutions instead of brushing over passing away of a birth mother, like so many people in the comments. Birth mothers are people too. And if you're pro-life, you need to be pro every life. And yes, that includes mothers in active addiction.